Hello, it's me. It's late. It's like 10:25 or something on Thursday night. I don't really have anything to say. I'm tired. I just meditated. I managed to stay awake, I think, through the entire meditation, but it was a long one. Um, I've been noticing lately that I haven't been having too many, like, profound insights, and I think it has a lot to do with the time of day that I'm meditating. I'm tending to meditate late because work has been calling my attention fairly early. I did order my bed today, which was good. I do remember that last night it cut off because my alarm went off, reminding me to make the recording, and it seems like whenever the alarm goes off, then it cuts the sound out and it never comes back. It was a good one. I was talking about accepting the life that you've got and freedom from sort of the angst of wanting something else. And I said that I noticed ego trying to pick a fight with someone. It was strange because it was yesterday morning and I was doing the dishes, and ego was like a voice in my head that said, well, blah 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 blah, like, and he should have called, or she should have done this, or whatever it was. And like, it was the first time that I was able to sort of recognize that it was like ego trying to create some sort of drama so that I could have conflict to focus on, so I could have a problem to go solve. And what I did was I just said, that's ego trying to start a fight, shut up. And it worked. I didn't get upset. Oh, excuse me. I didn't get upset. I just went, isn't that interesting? There's that ego doing that thing again. And I think that's what's good about having been meditating for, I think this is day 42 or something. Whatever May 27th to now is. And it's like, yeah, what it's doing is it's enabling me to have space and be more calm. And I've been, super emotional still, but like, I'm aware that it's just an emotion, if that makes sense. That there's a part of me that isn't the drama of my day-to-day life. I was thinking about Pam just now when I was meditating. For those of you who don't know, she was my best friend of 33 years, and she died last year unexpectedly. We'd known each other since we were 15, and she died 5 days before her 50th birthday. And it's like strange because she's gone. And I mean, obviously that's what happens when people die, they're gone. She's the first major loss I've had in my life. And, sometimes I sense her like working behind the scenes or whatever, but as far as this plane of existence goes, she's just gone. She's like dead. And it's strange because now that I'm kind of over the emotional drama of the whole thing, I was ripped up for a full year. I was just completely torn up about the whole thing. I'd never experienced grief like that ever. But it's settled down now. I miss her a lot still. I still think about calling her all the time. But now it's becoming more cognitive, more intellectual, more like, okay, I had a best friend for the first 50 years, first 33 years of my life, and she died. Pam died when she was 49. That's just what it is. And it's a strange feeling to know that, like, it's becoming more, I guess it's the stages of grief, right? It's acceptance. That's, of course, relating to everything else that I've been talking about, which is acceptance. And maybe that's something that happened when, with Pam dying, is I had to accept the truth. I all the wanting it to be different didn't make it different. What was weird is that when she died, like, I didn't sense her. Like, I always thought that when people die, that, like, they come to you somehow, or you sense their, you hear about these people who, like, have the dreams and they come to you and stuff. I had a dream about her, but it was that she wasn't the person that I knew. And it was a very unsettling, unpleasant dream, because she wasn't kind to me in the dream. And so, as much as I didn't want her to be dead, and as much as I didn't want to be going through it, I was. And I think it's the same thing that I'm struggling with in the other areas of my life. It's like, I'm not struggling with them. I'm just coming to terms with this. That, excuse me, like, no matter how much we want things to be different, and we're working towards a different experience, the fact is that in this moment right now, things are what they are, and you have to accept it. And once you're able to accept it and say, oh, if I'm having an emotion, like, oh, I'm angry, or I'm happy, or I'm sad, or I'm jealous, or I'm grieving, right? Know that it's going to pass. It's just an emotion. It's just like a cloud in the sky. And we're not the cloud. We're the observer of the cloud. And so, as a person who's extremely intense and extremely emotional, when I get ego flare-ups of anger or offense, or drama, meditating is giving me meditating and having grieved Pam's loss for a year, it's giving me the perspective to be like, oh, well, that's just something floating by. But but it's not me. I'm not my anger. I'm not my grief. I'm not my circumstances. I'm not where I live. I'm not my pocketbook. I'm not my youth, she says, at 51. I'm not my number of my age. I'm not my number of my weight. There's something else. And right now we're calling it Traci, but that's still a label, But yeah, she's gone. And but she isn't gone. Just her life, not her life, but her body and her earthly life is gone. And it's like, you can't be attached to it, because it's going to go. It all ends. Good stuff and bad stuff. So, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, all right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.